Okay, I'm not a Drake fan. Never really have been.
I don't give a fuck if you like me.
I first heard Drake back in 2009, 2010 when I heard the song Over from the NBA 2K10 soundtrack. Now, honestly, when I heard the song the first time, I really liked it. I thought it was cool, and my thing with Drake was this. I like Drake when he raps, not so much when he sings.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Sorry, Kendrick. At some point, though, I just got into full hater mode, and I've been wondering, what happened? Why all of a sudden can I just not stand this guy's music? Well, I decided to go back to when Drake was like us. So I went back to Take Care. So after Drake's debut album, Thank Me Later, Drake wanted to change directions. See, he felt like the content of the album was disjointed. He wanted to get back with his best friend and main producer 40 to be more involved in the project of Take Care. He also said he wanted the album to be more dark, atmospheric, and damn him to hell for doing that.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
Look, obviously this sound is essentially Drake's sound. I mean, the bitches love it.
Long as my bitches love me.
See? Now, my personal favorite Drake project is Thank Me Later, because I much rather prefer hearing that sound over Take Care. But I can't act like this didn't work. This album was a huge success back then. So let's start with this 19 track, an hour and 23-minute album. Well, it's good to know that Drake stayed consistent, for sake. Also, no fucking way am I talking about each track. So, let's begin. So the album starts off with Over My Dead Body.
And I thought I found a girl of my dreams at the strip club. Fuck it, I was wrong though.
I mean, the jokes just write themselves. Also, I don't like this song. In the 2 listens that I've had off of this album, I've always liked 8 of these songs and I couldn't stand the rest of them. Now look, I like Drake rapping on more soulful, spacey tracks. Personally, I think some of his most introspective and best tracks are those slower songs. This is not one of them. Like, he raps fine for the most part.
Don't make me break your Kevin Hart, boy.
Okay, that sucked. Shot for Me reminds me why I don't like Drake singing. Sometimes Drake tries to sing like a guy who can really sing, and that's not a shot because Kanye and Kid Cudi have done that same bullshit before. The only thing I can say is the difference between those two is that they can sell it way better. Drake really does try to use the inflections in his voice, but it rarely works here. And again, this beat is just so slow. Drake really starts this album out at snail's pace. Okay, well, what I was saying is Headlines is a banger. Nah, this is Drake in his bag. This is Drake going demon time. When he's on beats with high energy, I think they really play to all of his strengths. Granted, yeah, he still has some clunker lines, but come on, that chorus is catchy as and I ain't even gotta say it, they know. They know, they know, they know. Honestly, I think if Drake had more songs like this, I would be a big fan of Drake. Plus his singing, which I've criticized, and don't worry, I will criticize more. It does sound good here. Now, for a long time, my favorite song of his was Hold On, We're Going Home. I think Drake's singing voice is more suited for high-tempo songs. And Crew Love just reinforces this thought to me. First off, it is such a cock tease that the beat doesn't have like a serious drop with all those do sounds going constantly. But the reason Crew Love makes me think Drake isn't good at singing these slow songs is because The Weeknd is doing this a million times better than him. I mean, Drake loves atmospheric, spacey beats. It's really what he's built his whole career over. He likes having that room to move around on the beat, putting his soul on certain tracks. The problem is, when you have beats like that, everything is refocused on your voice. And Drake's voice is just not that good.
Drake kind of sounds like ass.
He can't hit high notes like that. His alto also really isn't that good. Plus, look, For all you fans out there, I'm sorry. A lot of times, this production is just not that interesting. At least to me. I'm not really gonna talk about Take Care. I'm gonna be honest, there's never been a Drake and Rihanna song that I've liked. I think Work sucks. Take Care, it's fine. Basically, this is my thing. If you like Drake and Rihanna collabs, then you're gonna love this. There's nothing wrong with the song, it's just not my taste. Okay, so we're only 5 songs in. There's only really been one song that I've liked, and the others have been blah to bad, but nothing rage-inducing. And then...
Hello? Yeah, I just talked to
I fucking hate Marvin's Room. I really need to make like a top 10 list and figure out which Drake songs piss me off the most, because I swear this has to be number 1. There cannot be another one. Look, I want to say this right now. The new Drake songs like Tootsie Slide, Falling Back, or Too Sexy, they don't really bother me. Mainly because I don't think Drake's trying anymore. Like, if he's not trying, then why should I really be bothered by it? I think God's Plan was the last time I actually got upset by a Drake song. For the same reasons I get upset about every other Drake song. The beat's boring and monotonous, Drake's lyrics suck, and he's moan rapping.
I pull up on a nigga, tell that nigga bad. No!
My point is, if I know Drake isn't trying, I'm not really gonna be that mad. But when he does, that's a different issue. Okay, I haven't really talked a lot about Drake's lyrics so far, because honestly, they're pretty much the same thing that Drake always talks about. His struggles with relationships with women, not being able to trust people, the true effects of fame. The thing is, it gets amplified with this album. I mean, this is really the true beginnings, I feel like, where those themes really take center stage in Drake's career. And Drake has clunker lyrics, I mean, he always has, but Marvin's Room is the worst example of this. Okay, first off, it's a drunk booty call to an ex, probably a stripper, and he's thinking back to the good times they had and saying, you and me, we should get back together. The dude you're with, this Drizzy Drake, you should be riding my dick. And you know, in a sense, I guess this could work, because songs like this are messy, and when you're willing to show just how much of a jackass you are, they can be genuinely interesting. It's intriguing to see the mess, but there's never been a time where I've been angrier at Drake for not getting over it and leaving the poor girl alone.
I got some women that's living off me.
Like, dude, have some decency. I've done shit I wasn't proud of. Even I know not to broadcast this shit like this. It's also another slow ass beat, so of course it makes you sit with everything Drake says. And again, the lyrics.
I see all of her friends here. Guess she don't have the time to kick it no more. Flights in the morning. What you doing that's so important?
Also, this hook might be one of the worst Drake ever came up with. Seriously, he's in there going,
Fuck that nigga
that you want so bad. Like, the f are you talking about? Seriously, how was he even convinced to release this on the album, let alone make it a single? Wow. I can't believe I'm saying this, but me and Drake agree on something. Okay, so something weird happens after Marvin's Room. This album gets good. Like, after Marvin's Room, Drake just has 6.5 song run where he just doesn't miss. Production's fantastic, Drake bars are tight, he just doesn't miss. And made me realize the best Drake songs are the ones with energy, a pulse. Drake shows a lot more passion. He raps like he's the best and over beats that I don't think anyone else can rap over better than him. Even his singing sounds better over production like this. I think Drake can be great over songs like this. Okay, so before I forget, Drake has this weird thing about underground on this album. I was actually messaging my homegirl when I was listening to this album because she's a Drake fan and I'm not. So it was kind of fun telling her every experience I had with every song. But at this point, we both thought Drake was taking shots at someone because, I don't know, the idea of Drake being underground and not mainstream is kind of funny. This man was signed to Cash Money in 2008. Same year Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 3 and Nicki Minaj was also signed. I'm just saying, I think he was doing better than underground at this point. But he keeps mentioning it, which then makes me think like it's a UGK reference because he does have a song on here called Underground Kings. And then I just thought, why? Like, he did this on Nothing Was the Same too. He had like constant Wu-Tang references. And I don't know if it's just because he's trying to have a little bit more credibility or whatnot, but I'm sorry, I just don't think the motto screams "use me up." Anyways, after Cameras, that's when this album goes back downhill. Doing It Wrong is just
Cry if you need to, but I can't stay to watch you.
no. Practice Samples back that ass up, and I'll never give Drake for that. Also, speaking of which, Lil Wayne. Now, growing up, I was not a Lil Wayne fan. I have no idea what was wrong with me, but now, ever since I was a teenager, I love Wayne. To the point, I get excited whenever I see his name on something. But then I had to remember that when he was on his album, this is around 2011, where Wayne was just having some really awful bars. And it really pains me to say this, but each of his appearances on here are just
I won't be in the blind, but sometimes I Stevie Wonder up.
Not good.
My nuts hang like ain't no curfew, bitch.
Like,
Met a female dragon, had a fire conversation.
wow.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
Was that? I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it. Nah.
There is one last good song here, and that's The Ride. It's a pretty good introspective track where Drake once again gets deep, talking about wealth and fame and the backstabbers. This is stuff that Drake succeeds at. In fact, look at the album cover. It's a dude's at the top, he's got the luxury, and yet something is just bothering him on the inside. It honestly kind of reminds me of the Kobe Bryant picture of him holding the finals trophy with just the saddest look on his face. If the album felt more like this, I would have enjoyed it. But Drake just won't do it. Out of the 19 songs here, there was 9 I tolerated, only 5 I actually liked. That's a bad ratio for an album that's as long as this. And the features,
please be careful, bitches got the rabies.
What?
Yeah, let me not talk about that. So, what do I feel about Take Care? Honestly, I wish Drake went back to this. I mean, I don't like this album, but I can say that at least with albums like this, he tried. Like, he genuinely put effort into this thing. I don't like a whole lot of it. A lot of times, I think this album sucks, but I respect that he made it. Drake albums now just feel like rinse and repeat. Like, they just gel together to the point I can't tell the difference. At least back then, I could tell a difference in Drake projects. There was always something unique about them. Now, I mean, there's just nothing. I don't know. Maybe Iceman will change that. And who knows? Maybe we'll get another Marvin's Room.
Fuck that nigga.
F you, Drake.